I am going to go ahead and kick things off here and introduce our first speaker of the day. Day two is a very fast but really densely packed day of some really awesome messages from some great speakers with a lot of accomplishments. Starting off with Danny Lewis, our intro speaker today to kick things off for day two. Danny Lewis is our Lakeshore Division Manager. Danny started selling Cutco in June of 1991. He is, like myself, a University of Illinois graduate. Tough loss for Illinois this past weekend. Danny graduated with a degree in education. Danny sold $480,000 worth of Cutco personally and is over $35 million in sales as a manager. This past year in 2020, his office and division had their best year ever, took home a silver cup, which in Cutco means he was #1 in his category, in this case, top new business pilot office in the entire company. Also grew the Lakeshore division by 57% in 2020 over 2021. Excuse me, over 2019. 57% growth last year. That might sound really impressive, but even more impressive is this year. The division is up 155% so far in 2021 over a really huge, well, his best year ever in 2020. Danny is married to his wife, Nicole, for 17 years. They have 2 daughters, Chloe and Adrian. One of the Vector greats, one of my greatest mentors, known Danny since I was a brand new baby rep in 2002. Danny's been a huge influence on my career. To kick things off for us, Lakeshore Division Manager, Danny Lewis.
Hello, Kyle. Thank you so much for the warm. Maya, any happy fingers? Come on, Maya Jackson. There we go, Maya Jackson. I like that. Very good. Kyle, thanks so much for the happy words. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Anybody have water, coffee, any yum-yums? There you go. Cheers. Anybody want to salute me? There you go. Cheers. Hey, Steve Gorman, I like the mug. That's fun. Very good. Nice to see you all today. Nick Johnson, I remember you from last month because I'm like, hey, that's a Georgia hat. I remember that. So good morning. Nice to see you there. So, well, first of all, Christy, thank you for getting up early. How many of you, like, in a very positive way, Angeline, you learned more yesterday than you were kind of expecting? Anybody? Yeah. All right. Cool. Do me a favor. Take 30 seconds, put in the group chat, what's one little like nugget of gold that you learned that you're like, I want to use that now, right? Okay. So what's one thing that you learned yesterday that's going to really help you, Chelsea, kind of get yourself to like the next level, so to speak? So take 30 seconds, Matthew, and go and put a little nugget of gold that you learned in. And as Kyle mentioned, if you haven't had an opportunity to put yourself on video, everyone looks better on video than on black screen, okay? So meaning like everyone looks better with a happy face, okay, right? I've never seen anybody who doesn't look happier and better with a smile and a little cheeky, right? Sarah Crook. All right. So I'm looking at phoning, okay? But Luca, what does that mean about phoning, okay? All right, well, like, what are you looking for? I like it. The more Cutco experience someone has, the happier their experience is in the kitchen. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. More Cutco someone has it. That's really cool, Micah. Very nice. I like that. The options close. Yeah, I heard that was fun. Very cool. Let's play Cutco. I like that. Very nice. Okay. Plant the seed about the accessories and gifts early on. Absolutely, right? How many and what else, please? Okay. Everything. Yeah. Vern was unbelievable, right? Yeah. Vern was, yeah, that was lights out. Like there's no tomorrow, right? Danae asking how many. What you sell, what you get excited about. This is very true, Natalie. Yeah. The more you learn about Cutco, the more you can get excited about the product, the better you, as a customer representative, service representative, you can be because of what you can share. So, oh, this is so wonderful. I love all the neat things. Always. That's so fun. Well done. Andrew, this is great. By the way, congratulations on your homemaker as well. That was really fun. So very neat. First of many. Set selling Saturday. Here we go. Fantastic. Okay. All right. So we ready to learn today, Christy? Ready to have some fun? Okay. So Nick, what I want to do in the next 10 minutes is I want to help you put some perspective and kind of just share. So Kyle was very kind and give you some really neat like background about me and stuff like that. So for those of you who I don't, know Luca, I haven't had a chance to met. I actually started selling Cutco many years ago on a bicycle because I didn't have a car. Okay. And Chelsea, I literally rode around the city of Chicago on a bicycle for 4 years. It wasn't sexy. It was not pretty. A lot of garbage bags I used when it was raining very bad. The winters were, might go a little hicky, okay? But I made it happen and it worked. And I love selling Cutco. Okay. I love selling Cutco, Brady, because Brady, what I love about the position is that the better you invest in your skill set, the better you can help customers, right, Sarah? And what's nice is the more you help customers, the more you actually in turn help yourself. Okay. So one of the things, Sean, that I really love about the job is the more you can invest into yourself, there's a direct relationship to the skill and quality of service you can give to customers. And in a neat way, you actually benefit as well in a very positive way. So let me kind of walk you through today's agenda. And let me share my screen, full screen. Let me do this. There we go. All right. Ashley, can you see that okay? We're good on that? Okay, fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to start off the meeting with just some simple opening comments. And then you're going to listen to Carlos Shoemaker. And I'm going to have, Kyle will obviously introduce him. I want you to really love that message. Carlos has sold a lot of Cutco personally. And Carlos worked really, really hard to get better at his skill set. So he's really grown as a manager. He's now the district manager of Maryville. So I saw we had some Maryville representation this morning. So that's great. Curtis was one of the top branch managers in the United States of America. He's going to talk to you a lot about the like list and helping develop your skills. And then Ainsley Allen, what a gift Ainsley is, Ashley. Ainsley actually heard about the job, I'm going to say kind of on accident. Ainsley is a student at La Crosse. And the only reason why she ended up working with us last summer, Ashley, is that because her jobs that she had lined up didn't end up pulling through because of COVID. She got a letter in the mail, Steve, ended up selling about 8,000 in her first 10 days, won a scholarship. She's going to talk to you today about, Ashley, like what it looks like to finish top 50 in the world and what you can do to get better at the job. Ainsley, by the way, is going to be the sales manager this summer in the Madison office. Is over $70,000 in career sales. What's really neat about her story, is it Azaria or Zaria? I'm not sure, Miss Perry, how to pronounce your first name. I apologize. But she did the position while having 4 summer school classes. Okay. So she sold about $45,000 worth of Cutco Kira, and she took 4 summer school classes. So I'm sharing that with you, Angeline, because I want you to get really confident and excited that regardless of what your schedule is, there's a tremendous opportunity for you to like really do well at the position. Okay. So today we have a great lineup. And as Kyle said, it's really fast. Okay. So a couple of things that I would share with you as you're learning the information. Okay. So one of the first things, Ashley, I'm going to say is this. Some of you are brand new. Some of you have been around a little bit. But I want to talk just for a moment about this really cool opportunity for each of you to win what's called a President's Club Award. Okay. The President's Club Award there's my poster of it right there in my basement office. The President's Club Award, what I think, Luca, it's one of the neatest opportunities that you have in Cutco to, in a very positive way, increase the quality of your resume. And then, Nick Anderson, separate yourself from your peer group. Because the President's Club letter is a letter of recommendation, personally hand-signed. It's a standard letter, but it's a hand-signed letter from the CEO of our company, Mr. Bruce Goodman, who, by the way, was an English major at Vanderbilt University. He's been with our company for 40 years, okay? And then it has your division manager's name and cell phone on it. And it is an amazing resume builder. And if you're starting brand new, you only need 4,000 in sales in March and April to do that. So if the average order is 250, 300, it's like 12 to 16 orders in the next 4 full weeks. So one of my objectives, Bradley, in a very nice way, is that if you've not had an opportunity to win that letter, I would encourage you to look at the next 4 weeks. Okay. So look at the next 4 weeks and think about, what do I need to do to win that letter of recommendation? There's a couple different ways to win it, but regardless of if you start in January or February, if you sell at least $4,000 in the months of March and April, which March for Cutco started on March 2nd, Dr. Seuss's birthday, okay? March 2nd, all the way through the end of April, which is April 26th. In those 8 weeks, you sell $4,000, you get a letter of recommendation from the CEO of the company. I can assure you, Chelsea, this is a phenomenal piece. And then what I'm going to encourage you to do, Sherelle, is bring this information back to your team and encourage other people to win the President's Club letter. Okay, does that make sense, Sherelle? Right? So it's not something just, Angela, that you should win, but also encourage everybody and partner with everyone on your team. Let's say, hey, over the next 4 weeks, we're gonna have everybody win this letter recommendation, the President's Club Award. I mean, think about it. It's 4 homemakers, 2 signature sets, okay? Some average order size, 1 order Chelsea with a lot of cutting boards, okay? It's not that complicated, but it's a really important piece to win, okay? The second thing is a team builder. Over the course of the next several weeks, I really love April, May, and June. It is 3 of our biggest building team, what we call recruiting months of the year. And I'm sharing this with you because there is an abundance of people right now looking for work who are really, and I'm not saying, Ravel, just like looking for work, but Steve, looking for a position where they can be paid for what they're worth, where there's an opportunity, Steve, and for them to grow, and for really them to connect their future with what they really want. And I really believe, Chelsea, that Cutco is a great place where people can connect the future here and really get further faster, okay? And there's this wonderful opportunity that anybody can win called an automatic team builder, where for this spring, this is brand new for 2021, the top 10 people in the United States of America who recommend other people to the job can earn, like, it's a scholarship. You get your name and you don't have to be in school, okay? And it's fun because you can recommend somebody in any part of the 50 states. And I'm sharing this with you because last year, Kylie, what would be tomorrow night, Sunday night, we posted on Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook, and maybe a couple people on Twitter. And 2 weeks later, we finished 16 people in training, many of them students, some of them not students, but 16 people in training who sold $62,000 in Cutco in the month of April. Okay, and really launched our office into success. And I am thinking that I'm really confident each of you probably know somebody who could really benefit from this wonderful opportunity here at Cutco and really would love to have the opportunity that you're having, okay? And then the third thing is that there's this really wonderful podcast in here that we have called Changing Lives, Selling Knives, okay? So there's a website Dan Cassetta has. It's called Changing Lives, Selling Knives. And every Monday, okay, and then every Thursday, there's a couple different podcasts, there's twice a week, that you can listen to about people who are currently in Cutco, and I'm going to say actually thriving, or former people, Angela, who've worked with Cutco, who've utilized the skills that they learned here at Cutco to kind of take their lives to the next level. This last week, one of the young ladies her name is Kristen Ali, who is a student at NYU, New York University, and was the salutatorian of NYU. And last year, she ran $1 million office, and she's one of the top district managers in the company. She actually graduated from NYU and actually had an incredible job making 6 figures on Wall Street. I don't know how long she did that for, Danae, but wasn't excited about the position after a while and said, I really want to come back to Cutco. I feel like I can serve the community better. Okay, that's how she kind of phrased it. And this episode is really incredible. Okay, this young lady really learned. So if this is not something, if you're not even like, well, I'm not really like a podcast kind of a gal or guy, that's great. It's a wonderful opportunity for you to invest 45 minutes to an hour twice a week to learn. And one of the great things is, Ashley, we have a lot of resources where we can really help you get better at the position each and every single week. Okay. Last thing I'm going to say is this. Over the course of the next several weeks, Mr. Roberts, our managers are really looking not just to build our teams, but to really build our management staff. And I want you to be really aware that right now, you might literally, Matthew, have the Willy Wonka ticket in your hand. Because Ms. Miller, you might have a position now as a sales rep, but literally in 2 or 4 weeks, you could have a position of leadership or mentorship. Because I know in our division, we have 41 assistant managers currently slated and agreed to the position. We have 25 positions, Angela, that we're still looking to fill. And I can assure you, Matthew, that in each of your offices and divisions, in many cases, there's opportunity where your managers are looking for the next leader who can really influence our team. So as you're learning this information, right, and you're taking notes, okay, I want you to, at the end of this, to really think about, hey, what do I really want to accomplish over the course of the next 4 weeks? And what could I do to help our office take itself to the next level? So Christy, 52 weeks ago is right when COVID was starting. And we didn't really have like a manual, if you will, for how to kind of like run an office and Cutco in a pandemic. And I really devoted an enormous amount of time in the month of April. And what we did, Becca, is we worked with 6 brand new assistant managers who had essentially, Becca, 0 hours of management experience. And they committed to the process. And 5 months later, they created $1 million summer. And I will say, Nick, without a doubt, it was a life-changing experience for each of us involved in the organization. Okay. So thank you so much for your time this morning. I want you to really, Natalie, take in the information. You have some phenomenal people who are going to really help you take your life personally and professionally to the next level. Cutco is an incredible place to be. The managers are world-class. The product is literally second to none. And it's a wonderful place to grow and live the life of your dreams. So enjoy the day. Have a wonderful time. Mr. Smith, I'll turn the program over to you. And thank you so much for your time, everybody, today. Love your life. Happy holidays, happy Easter, happy Passover. And let's go sell a ton of Cutco this weekend. Cheers.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mr. Danny Lewis. Fingers for Danny, I guess. Is that what Danny likes? The jazz hands, or clap, or snaps, whatever you like, or props in the chat, of course, are always fun. Let's keep that chat going today. I loved your additions to the chat yesterday, really keeping the energy up and keeping engaged, which was great. Thank you, Danny.